My practical video log for equine therapy. Putting on a head collar is important as it enables you to take control of where the horse's head goes when leading them and helping guide the horse. Picking out the horse's hooves, which gets out all of the dirt and debris that may have gathered onto the horse's hooves. This helps prevent any injuries or punctures. This is done on both the front and back hooves. Getting the horse standing square helps the therapist able to analyse the horse as both sides should be symmetrical. This makes it easier to see and feel any abnormalities on the body. Introducing yourself to the horse enables the horse to know that you are there, which will prevent the horse from spooking. You should always approach them by their line of sight and not by their blind spots at the very back or the head on. You should always speak when approaching, which gains the horse's attention. Bony landmarks are bones that can be felt and identified. They help us able to find the muscle attachments and identify the muscles. Helps therapists assess the conformation of the horse. The mandibular ramus, the ring of Atlas, transverse processes of C3, 4 and 5, scapular cartilage, spine of scapula, cranial part of the greater tuberosity of the humerus, lateral epicondyle of the humerus, accessory carpal bone, shelf of ribs, and the last rib. Sacral tuberosity, coxal tuberosity, ischiatic tuberosity, greater trochanter, patella, trochlear ridge of femur, head of metatarsals 4, button of metatarsals 4. Palpating superficial muscles. To palpate, you use the palm of your hand and the tips of your fingertips to feel and palpate the muscles, as that is the most sensitive part and you will be able to feel all the abnormalities as well as the muscles. Palpation is an important part of assessing the condition of tissue and muscle. It helps finding any asymmetry of the horse and finds how much range of motion that horse has. Palpation is also used to assess skin temperature and tenderness, such as locating swollen and sore areas and parts of the body that the horse won't let you touch, which could lead to problems that palpation may help. It helps the therapist find atrophied tissue, which is muscle that lacks tone and is decreased, fibrotic tissue, which is knots found in the muscle. When palpating, you should always start at the head and then work backwards down to the tail. Increasing the pressure of your hand when palpating is only used as a last option, as getting a response of the horse. When palpating, you should always start at the head and then work backwards down to the tail. Increasing the pressure of your hand when palpating is only used as a last option to hopefully get a response off the horse. Each muscle has an important part of the horse's body function. Each muscle has an important part of the horse's body function, which is important in keeping them in good condition and not causing the horse any pain. Demonstrating how to put a bridle on. Turning a horse around. Leading a horse. Trotting a horse up is important in assessing how the horse moves, which is used to help locate any potential problems. It's also used to view the horse's behaviour, such as head and ear movements as well as tail movement. This is important for therapists as it helps locate an area that may need more palpation to help correct them, such as weight bearing and under or over tracking. Being in a safe environment is important when handling or palpating a horse. It helps the therapist and the horse be safe, which prevents injury and spooking of the horse. It should also not be around loud noises or anything the horse is unfamiliar with. Wearing the correct clothing is also important as it prevents getting caught on something or the horse getting a hold of it. This includes tying hair up, not wearing hoodies and closed-toe shoes. This includes tying hair up, not wearing hoodies, and wearing closed-toe shoes and not flip-flops. This helps prevent injuries and potential bad situations. It also makes the therapist more professional.